You know, guys, sometimes I encounter students who have actually very solid pronunciation for individual sounds, but when they say entire sentences, there's something that just sounds a little bit off, and it can be hard for them to actually get the sort of sound that native speakers will have in North America. And a lot of that has to do with how we are pronouncing syllables and how syllables work in American English versus how they may work in your second language. So let's talk a little bit more about that. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys. Welcome to your daily American English pronunciation show, which is Wake Up American. Now, typically, again, we meet in the mornings around 7 to 8 a.m. New York to make sure that you can get your 5 to 10 minutes of practice in for the day. But tomorrow morning is a little bit crazy. We have to do some things, so I wanted to make sure that you at least have something to wake up to practice, even if it was shot right now in the past. And to guide you in this process, there is me. Hello, guys. My name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath. That's one of the four keys to a natural sound, including placement, pitch, breath, and trying to weaken your consonant sounds and strengthen your vowel sounds. Hello to Milad, able to join us late on a Saturday, or excuse me, a Sunday evening. Good to see you. So I have a couple words that I want us to explore to kind of practice this concept. So I encourage you to kind of just read these words to yourself for a moment and think about how you would say each of them. Also, each of these words has something in common, or a potential thing that could be in common with all of them. See if you can guess what that is. I'm going to say all of them now. I'll say each word twice. Astronaut, astronaut, elevator, elevator, general, general, not all that, not all that, getaway, getaway. Now, if you were able to sound exactly like me as I said those, one of the things you'll notice is that for all these words, the stress falls on the first syllable, and all the other syllables after that are not stressed. They're reduced, they're said quickly, they're very weak. This is a key thing that we want to consider in American English. American English is what we call stress timed. Stress timed means that determines the rhythm of everything we say. In American English is something, if a syllable is stressed, that means we're in general going to hold it a little bit longer than if a syllable is not stressed. This is different than a syllable timed language. So, for instance, for those of you who speak a lot of like Romance languages, some Asian languages, thinking like Japanese or Korean, these are languages that are syllable timed. So, to give an example of this, look at the first word, astronaut. Let's say that word three times just to make the rhythm even more clear. Astronaut, astronaut, astronaut. If we were coming from a more syllable time language, we can expect the rhythm of that to be a little bit more astronaut, astronaut, astronaut. I can still have stress. I can still stress right? Astronaut, astronaut, astronaut. But something about the rhythm's a little bit off, right? Because it's very balanced. Every single syllable is being held for the same amount of time. Astronaut, astronaut, astronaut. Whereas when I say it, astronaut, 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 you can hear how that gets all the room, and the astronaut part becomes very, very fast. Okay. This is basically how stress timed works. If it's stress timed, then I just want to move real fast on my syllables that are not stressed. Okay. Astronaut, 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 not astronaut, astronaut, astronaut. That sort of rhythm in American English is just not going to work. I'll be honest. Okay. Same with our next word, elevator. Once more, we have to stress on L. Elevator, elevator, elevator. So it's not elevator, elevator, elevator. No, it's elevator, elevator, elevator. So one thing you may notice too is that if I'm not stressing you, the syllables that are not stressed, what do we want to do? We want to go down in pitch. Elevator, elevator, elevator. I don't want to say elevator. That's way too flat. I also want to say elevator because now I'm changing the stress. The stress here needs to be on that first syllable. Elevator, elevator, elevator. Okay. How our next one? General, general, general. Just say it three times. General, general, general. So it's not general, general, general. Because you hear how all the syllables are very balanced. We're trying to avoid that. So it's not general, general, general. It's general, general, general. The heavy gen, and then everything else again. Weak, soft, fast. How about our our next one. Let's put the stress on not. Not all that. Not all that. Not all that. So it's not all that, not all that, not all that. See how choppy that is? It's just not very smooth. It's every single syllable again getting the same weight. English does not like that. So instead what we're going to do, not all that, not all that, not all that. Okay. And then our last example, get away. Stress on get away, get away, get away. See how, again, the away part, we go down in pitch, it's weaker, it's faster, it's reduced. Get away, get away, get away. Okay, just some things to consider there. Let's look at an example. This example, just want to do a quick plug. If you don't like plugs, you can just kind of wait for a couple of minutes because we have a change in our program. So guys, we have a group coaching program. I'm about to show you something that we're doing in our program. That's why I'm highlighting this. I'm also highlighting it because we're about to go through a change. Currently, our group coaching program is $40 a month. We meet a lot. We meet over 40 times a month. We do 3 classes a day. Each class is 30 minutes long. You join me on screen, do exercises together. This is the time. So for instance, tomorrow we're going to meet at 9:30 in the morning. We're going to meet at 1:30 and we'll meet at 7:30, all these times New York. You see we have some one-on-one times. So like our 9:30 slot tomorrow, I'll meet with students one-on-one for about 5-10 minutes each, then move on to the next student. This program I think has been very helpful for our members. They tend to join and they never leave. They stay with me for a very long time. We've got members in there since the program started. I want to make sure that if this sounds like something you're interested in, you want to practice things like placement, breath, pitch, because I'll be honest, no one else is doing that. Everyone else is focusing on what you want to do with your lips and things like that, even though they're missing the core of where the sound is. So if you want to actually get the foundation to sounding natural in American English, try to sign up soon because it's about to get a lot more expensive. If you join before September 15th, you'll be able to join for $40 a month and stay at that price for as long as you remain in the program. We would love to have you. All of that to say, what's up to Rohan? Thanks. Oh, Farah, good to see you. Speaking of Mission English, remember, we've got 2 people from Mission English hanging with us right now. Let's look at just this quick paragraph. So let's just look at that first line. So from of to intense. Something we do in our program is every month they have a paragraph to work on. Okay. This is our paragraph for the month. Let's look at that first line starting from either. It's like either you're going to love this or hate it because it's so much work and it's intense. So the way I just read it, one, I read it very flat. Not a lot of pitch changes. And the other thing about that too is I read it very balanced, where all the syllables were very, very equal. I'm going to try to read it less flat, but still with very balanced syllables. Either you're going to love this or hate it because it's so much work and it's intense. Again, very balanced on the syllables. Let's unbalance it. Let's get messy. Let's stress love, hate, so, and intense. So again, we're going to stress love, hate, so, and intense. See how that changes the rhythm versus the unstressed words. Either you're going to love this or hate it because it's so much work and it's intense. Either you're going to love this, either you're going to love this or hate it because it's so much work and it's intense. Do you see how the rhythm changed? Because no longer am I trying to pronounce all those syllables the same way. Now instead what I'm doing is I'm focusing on the stressed syllables. They get a little bit more time. And if you're not stressed, you get less time. Okay. If you want to practice that paragraph with me, more paragraphs, your own pronunciation, you want to figure out what's sounding natural in your speech. Is it your placement, your breath, your pitch, weakening consonant sounds? Are those all issues for you? That's, again, just a note. That's our Mission English program. The sign up for it's never going to happen again. To join for $40 a month closes on September 15th. All right, guys, I do have to run. Practice this stuff. Let me know if you have questions, and I will see you all later. Hope you guys have a good Monday when you watch this. Once more, my name is Jeff. Rise of Breaths, one of the 4 keys to a natural sound, including placement, pitch, breath. Try and weaken your consonant sound, strength your vowel sounds. I hope you have a good day, have a good night, and a good afternoon.